Hello, everybody. Welcome back to ADHD Power Tools. Today, I want to talk about 3 bad habits that are so difficult to overcome. And the first of these 3 I want to go over is biting your nails. Real difficult bad habit. I'm one of the few who struggle with this biting nails bad habit. Brooke, I want to ask you, how can we overcome biting nails?
Sure. So a lot of us who have ADHD also, as we've mentioned in previous episodes, might have an anxiety disorder as well. And with that being said, we can compensate for that anxiety disorder by biting our nails. So it helps us to relieve stress, nervousness, tension, boredom, all those things. And before we know it, it becomes this bad habit that we just live with. And it's also, it's associated with the brain's basal ganglia. It's the overactivity in the brain that creates anxiety. So you bite your nails, I bite the cuticles on my fingers. I know that a lot of us have grown up with this bad habit for sure.
I think, like you said, knowing that biting nails could root from an underlying anxiety is very true. And addressing that is super important.
Yeah.
A few tools. Do you want to go ahead and say some tools?
Sure. So with any negative habit, the easiest way to get rid of that habit is by replacing it with another. So if you are a cigarette smoker, that's why people replace their cigarette smoking with a nicotine patch or gum, because it's associating that habit with something else now. So with nail biting or cuticle biting or any of that, we can change the habit to squeezing a stress ball, getting your nails done. Even if you're a man, maybe just doing clear nail polish. I know that they sell that like bitter tasting products for your nails as well. So that can help overcome some of these bad habits, but also some of them might be so deep rooted that you might need to seek professional help for it as well.
Yeah, for sure. And you speak about the bitter nail polish.
Mm-hmm.
My mom once used it too. I've tried before. It could be deeper rooted. It really could. And like I said, addressing that underlying anxiety, knowing that oral fixations, are a major thing. I think that helps. That helps me the most. Whether it's chewing gum, having a toothpick, having a Hall's cough drop in your mouth, that helps a lot. Prevent you from biting your nails. Just that oral fixation, understanding that, and having someone to tell you to stop. My girlfriend, I've been dating my girlfriend for a while, and for the first few years, she just it didn't faze her whatsoever. But then finally, I was like, yeah, this is getting out of hand, Andrea. Just can you please tell me to stop when I'm doing it? And it gets really annoying because she always tells me to stop now, but it helps. It helps out a lot. Time I'm with her.
Do you know the comedian Aziz Ansari? Ansari?
No. Tell me about it.
So he does this comedic skit where he talks about dating, and he's like, oh yeah, in the beginning, everything's amazing. Everyone loves each other. You're like, oh, you just did this, and then all of a sudden, everything starts to bother you, like the water sucking. You hear that. Can you just put the water away? So when you said that reminded me that because you guys been together for a while.
Exactly. And that's what's going on. I was the one who told her, please let me know when to do it. And now I'm getting annoyed of it, and so it's just like, but it helps. It really does. It's good having that that support system telling you when to stop, when to not. You bring up the stress ball, playing with a fidget toy. My little sister, I have an 11-year-old sister, and she always drops off fidget toys in my room. So I have a little fidget toy. Yeah, I play with this. Things like that help you get distracted. Kind of you just soothe that. There's anxious moments that we have, and I think it's super important.
And identifying the trigger too. Sometimes what is making us anxious that we're biting our nails, we might not know in the moment. So it might just need to be something you keep your mind out and be more aware of.
Exactly. And now to move on to our second bad habit that we want to overcome is staying disorganized. Organization, we talked about it a bunch, Brooke.
Oh yeah, it's our favorite.
Yeah, can you tell us talk to us a little about disorganization and organization? Why
Sure.
us with ADHD, we have some trouble and some tools to overcome it.
So for people with ADHD, we have low activity in our prefrontal cortex, and that can lead to executive dysfunction and disorganization, lack of organization, which is part of our executive functioning. So in order to become more organized in certain areas, like we can be very organized in things that are important to us and not organized in other areas that might be important to us, but we just don't have the tools and the systems to do it. It might cause us too much stress, all of those things, or the things that we don't care as much about. So one tool is to delegate the responsibility of organizing. So maybe your significant other might be better in this area, and that might be his or her strength, and you give that to your partner, or you can hire someone to help you create these organizational systems. So being aware of what you're wanting to create and then scheduling time in your calendar each day to do it and being accountable, of course, to that. And as well, because of the low activity in the prefrontal cortex, strengthening it is important. So we've spoken about my ebook where we talk about meditation, exercise, and sometimes even nutritional supplements and diet can help.
Yes. Schedule is 10, 15 minutes a day to organize your things. Piggybacking on what you said, exercise helps boost that blood flow. And not only does it help boost the blood flow, bring blood to the brain, and but it helps just relieve that stress. I've said it before, everything is laying on top of you and your shoulders vertically. It lays down in front of you horizontally. Have a good, healthy, nutritious meal after. Promote that organized lifestyle, healthy lifestyle. And honestly, if you're watching this video right now and your surroundings are disorganized, pause it right now, drop your device and organize it real quick. It's all about starting right now and just getting it organized. This morning I woke up, my desk was a little disorganized. I had some clothes everywhere. I felt a little fuzzy. I couldn't get going with things, and I just had to drop my phone, organize it right away, and that relief it's great.
Yeah, clear desk, clear mind, as they say, and clearing the chaos can clear the way that you're thinking. Some people can live in disorganization and it might bother other people and might not bother them. So of course, if it is bothering you and you want help, these are the solutions and tools that you can use. But if it doesn't bother you and it doesn't bother the people around you, then, it's up to you whether or not you want to do something about it.
Yes, 100%. And on to our last bad habit for today that it's important to overcome is procrastination.
Favorite one.
Our favorite one, right? Brooke, tell us about procrastination.
Sure.
Some tools to overcome it.
So again, this also is because of the underactivity of the prefrontal cortex for individuals with ADHD. So it's the hallmark of ADHD, procrastination. And the reason why this happens very often is because of our perfectionism. And we want it to be perfect. We can be stressed out if it isn't perfect. And very often we don't even know what perfect is. So we're achieving something that isn't real. So we might put off sending that email because we have to have the perfect words, or we might put off doing this project because we don't feel like the end result is perfect, or we don't have the tools or knowledge to get there. So it's important to understand that you need to make sure that you have the right information to get it done, the right information for you so you feel comfortable, and also to cut it off at a certain point when it's done.
Yes. And something about procrastination, something about even getting tasks done in general and procrastinating it. Sometimes we can't really get it started until it's interesting, challenging, or urgent. And it's really important to figure out how to make your task interesting. For example, me, I'm a student in college, and I need to study for an exam, or just even do homework, write a lab report, just get some note taking done. How am I going to make this interesting? Flashcards, a piece of paper, watching videos, someone explaining it, having someone there, a study buddy to get it done. How can I make it challenging? Maybe get quizzed every 30 minutes with my study buddy, with the flashcards, challenge myself. And how to make it urgent, set a due date that day, the 1% rule. Try to get as much done ahead of time. And I think it's so important to get those done and create that just disorganization. We talk about that. How to take that 10, 15 minutes to remind yourself what you want to achieve every day is very important. Organization plays a role with that. Knowing what you want to do, having that clear vision of your path that day and slots.
And that goes in with the reverse engineering. So knowing what your end product is and then how you're going to work to get there. So the 10, 15 minutes a day, as you mentioned, can be an option for sure. And scheduling it, right? So, just take 2 minutes to check in with yourself and say, okay, did I do what I said I was going to do? Is this the right method for me? Should I schedule something tomorrow since I didn't get it done today? As ADHDers, we often get anxious about scheduling because we think it's taking away from the tasks that we're procrastinating from. So we don't have the time to do it. But in fact, it actually gives us back the time because now we are processing what it is that we need to do and what we've gotten done. And we have a systematic way of looking at it.
Yeah, those 10, 15 minutes could save you hours. So it's just really just putting the pen to paper and putting that in your time slot as well. Exactly. 100%.
Sure. We hope you liked today's video. If you want more information about ADHD, please feel free to visit our website at differentbrains.org or my website, coachingwithbrooke.com.
And if you enjoyed today's video, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe.